Well, guys, we're on the verge of glory in the rollerball. Quite a historic moment it could be. We have won the last 8 rollerballs on the trot. We're unbeaten. It started 8 years ago. What does that mean? It's 9 years ago now. If we've already played 8, I'll leave you to work that out. But of course, it all started a little conversation with me and this other guy at the golf club about, wouldn't it be good to have like a Ryder Cup sort of thing? Why don't I put a team together and you could put a team together? So the first sort of 3 years we played against this team called the Hawthorns, which is a snooker stroke social club in the Newbury area. And they've got quite a few members who are also members at Kings Norton Golf Club. So that's where the team of 12 came from. So we played them for 3 years and then they got a bit bored with losing. And then we started playing a team called the Brewery. So in fact, we only played them for 1 year. And then for 2 or 3 years, we played against the Hunt, which is another fiddle, if you like, at the golf club. More recently, we played against a team called the Mayflower, and we beat them. And now we've got the Argonauts, because Jason is the captain of the Argonauts. So what a great film that was back in the 60s. So it could be an exciting thing. Whether it's going to be a tight game or not, I don't know. I think we are more experienced than the other guys, than the other team. I think that the way that we take our game seriously, the fact that we put our scores in, the fact that we play strict rules of golf, the fact that we put out with no gimmies, etc., it all kind of goes to us being a more confident team, confident in our own abilities. Little things like when I contacted Jason to explain how the handicaps worked, he basically had no clue how they worked. So I'm assuming that that goes for all 12 of them. When we turn up on the first tee and say, right, I'm playing off scratch, you've got 2, you've got 4, you've got 6, you'll probably get a bemused look from them, which all works in our favour, I suggest, because we're then coming across as the more confident, know-it-all type players. And this just psychologically puts us in a greater position. If we march up to them when we meet them up on the putting green and say, hello, my name's Trevor, what's your name? You know, sort of a confident handshake and all that. It just, you can imagine it just all helps with the whole psychology of we are the Manchester United, we are the Liverpool, etc. We are, well, I should say Manchester City, I suppose, at the moment. And in fact, I am the Pep Guardiola of golf, if you think about it. But so this is a pep talk, I guess. So things about match play golf. You know, we don't play a lot of match play golf, particularly the sort of 4-ball format. But you'll recognise that with a better ball, it does mean that if your partner is in a fantastic position down the middle of the fairway and you're in the trees and you're thinking of chipping out sideways, you don't necessarily need to play a safe shot at that moment. If there's a gap in the trees ahead, you might think to yourself, well, my partner's in a good place, so I don't really need to play a safe little shot here, because if I do, I'm unlikely to get a better score than my partner. Whereas if I can thread my ball through that little gap there, I might actually get somewhere near the green and I've got a chance of chipping and putting and actually winning the hole for our team. So it's a slightly different tactic on each hole with Betterball. I mean, conversely, if your playing partner has smashed his drive into the trees then you would be a bit stupid if you followed him in that direction. So you might want to then take a more cautious line or a more cautious club to keep us in play on every hole. When you get onto the putting surface, there's a little thing with Fourball where it's not necessarily the furthest ball away that has to putt first, because if your partner is furthest away and you are close, then it sometimes makes sense for you to putt first, knock your putt in, which means that your partner doesn't need to lay that putt up. He can actually go for the putt, go for the win, hopefully, because he knows that you're already safely in the hole for a score that he cannot beat. Or he can't beat with a 2-putt, is what I'm saying. I don't know if you understood any of that, but if you, if not, speak to somebody that does understand what I'm talking about. The order of play can be important in a Fourball when you get onto the putting green. If you're the team that understands how that works and the other two don't understand how it works, again, it's a bit of a psychological advantage. Any problems with the how the rules work, then one of the things you can do, if you get into any sort of dispute about can I drop it here or do I need to drop it there, one of the guidance notes is to say, well, I tell you what then, we can't agree on where we need to drop this ball, so how about if I drop it here and play one from here, but I also drop it there and play one from there, and then I'll play out the hole, and then when we get back to the clubhouse, we can speak to the professional and we can get his concept or his ruling on where the ball should have been dropped. And then if there's a difference in the scoring between where you dropped it and where you should have dropped it, etc., you can work that out there. That's not ideal, of course, because you want to make sure that you know whether you're winning or losing before you actually get into the clubhouse. But sometimes you can get round rule disagreements by saying, well, tell you what, I'll play one from here and I'll play one from there. Then if it turns out that both of those balls go into a similar spot, then you can say, tell you what, mate, I'll just agree with you then, because it doesn't matter. The balls have ended up in the same spot anyway. Yeah, I hope we come through. I mean, if we don't, that's absolutely fine. We've got a few people playing with us who haven't played in this format before, others that have. I've got a bit of a mixture of experience and inexperience, if you like. The inexperienced guys have got higher handicaps, so that's going for us. So that's the end of my little pep talk, guys. So have a great game, enjoy yourselves. Don't take it too seriously. You know, be as chatty as you like with the opponents. But you know, let's get that win. Thank you for listening, guys. Bye.